So another thing to think about that might be very interesting is, at this point we've talked about what we've learned from our families, what we've seen of the world, what the world, what aspects of nature have shown us about the world. One thing to think about that's very interesting is, what have we given back? And this is something that is a personal choice, so it may not be something that's passed on by our families, but the examples of our families are things that are examples that we can follow to influence how we give back. What do we give back to our world? What do we give back to our country? Did we, people who were in the military served their country. People who did public service served their communities. People who volunteered for religious activities or civic activities or supporting kids in school, anything that people did to give back. Why did they make those decisions? What was important about it to them? And those are all things that people in our lives are interested in. It's our decisions, our aspects of our character, our thoughts about our world that formed us to act in a certain way at a certain time that was for the betterment of more than ourselves. And those examples are valuable to our families. One thing that I'm very proud of having done in my lifetime was, when I worked at the White House, I took an experience of seeing soldiers who were wounded from combat wounds, and I thought of a way that, based on my experience as a kayaker, I used to be a kayak racer, I was a national champion years ago, that I could say, friends and I can go out and take people who are wounded, badly wounded, kayaking, and it might be a really great way for them to get some exercise. And we developed a program, a nonprofit program, that became very well liked and very popular with adventuresome soldiers at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. And it was a really cool thing. And that was one thing that I've done, that I've given back. And I'm really proud of that. And I know everybody that contributed to it was really proud of it. And things like that are aspects of our lives that we create and share to make our world better. And anything that is something in your life, whether it's giving back to the PTA, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, any organization, your church, your political party, whatever passion you had that you volunteered for and gave back to, is really kind of cool. And it's worth talking about, and it's worth sharing about with your family in your stories, in your books, so they can hear your thoughts about what it was that was great for you. At the end of the conversation about giving back, I think you get to a point where you are very calm and peaceful. And to me, that's the aspect of life that I would call spirituality, where there's a part of our life where we find great comfort and relevance. And I think that would be something that would be interesting to talk to. How did you find comfort and relevance in your life so that you felt spiritually connected to life? And is there something in that you learned from your parents? Was there something about the way they did? Like, my mother was an artist. My mother's art has always made me feel very spiritually connected to the world. And so there's things like that in our lives that help us reach that level of spirituality. And I think that's a great thing to have. So I'll leave you there with that thought, and that's all for now.